And who have you guys ever heard the story of Ferdinand the Bull before? Yeah. You might even watch the movie, right? It's a wonderful story. And yeah. So today, actually, the page will be turned here along with the story. And so this is what I'd like to ask you guys. I would love for you, as you're listening to the story and listening to the music and looking at the pages and the pictures on the screen, I would love for you to think of how does the music, you think, relate? How does it go with the story? Does it go very well with the story? I think it does. I love this music. It was written by an English composer. His last name was Out. And it's just for one violin. So I love this piece, first of all, because it goes great with the story. But second, because it shows all the fun things you can play on the violin. So as you're watching, if you notice something interesting in violin playing, remember what it was, because you can ask me about it later after the story time. So if you have any questions or anything you need to ask, just wait until the story is over, and then we'll have Q&A, and this is both for kids and for the parents, by the way. If you guys have any questions about music education, we would love to answer. Dr. Guerra is a wonderful pianist and educator. I have some of my students here who already graduated and are educators, so any questions are welcome right after. And of course, the best, we'll save the best for last, the instrument petting. Okay, so are you ready? Yeah. All right. Andres.
That he lived with would run and jump and put their heads together. But not Ferdinand. He liked to just sit quietly and smell the flowers. He had a favorite spot in the pasture under a cork tree. And he would sit in its shade all day and smell the flowers. Sometimes his mother, who was a cow, shake his head. I like it here. I like it where I can just sit quietly and smell the flowers. And because his mother was understanding, even though she was a cow, she let him sit there and be happy. As the years went by, Ferdinand grew and grew until he was very big and strong. All the other bulls who had grown up with him in the very same pasture would fight each other all day long. They would butt each other and stick each other with their horns, and what they wanted most of all was to be picked to fight in the bullfights in Madrid. But not Ferdinand. He's just like to sit quietly under the cork tree and just smell the flowers. One day, 5 men came in funny hats to pick the biggest, the fastest, the roughest bull to fight in the bullfights in Madrid. All the other bulls ran around, snorting and butting and leaping and jumping, so the men would think that they were very, very, very strong and fierce and pick them. And Ferdinand knew they weren't going to pick him, but he didn't care. So he went out to his favorite cork tree to sit down. But he didn't look where he was sitting. And instead of sitting on the nice cool grass in the shade, he sat on a bumblebee. Well, if you were a bumblebee and a bull sat on you, what would you do? Wow, did it hurt? Ferdinand jumped up with a snort and he ran around puffing and huffing and butting and pawing the ground as if he were mad. And the 5 men who saw him, they were just shouting with joy. So here was the largest and fiercest bull of all, just the right one for the fights in Madrid. What a day it was. Flags were flying. The band was playing. And all the lovely ladies had flowers in their hair. They had a parade into the bull ring. Matador, the proudest one of all. And then came the bull. And you know who that was, don't you? So Ferdinand went to the middle of the bull ring. And everyone thought he was going to fight fiercely and butt and snort and stick his horns around. But not Ferdinand. When he saw the flowers in all the lovely lady's hair, he just sat down and smelled. He wouldn't fight, no matter what they did. He just sat and smelled. And the banderilleros were angry. And the picadores were angrier. And the matador, he was really angry because he couldn't show off and he tried. So they had to take Ferdinand home. Smelling the flowers, just quietly. And he's